So hello everyone, welcome to the video. So in the last video we have discussed about what are the different terminologies related to polynomials, what are numericals, what are constants, what are the algebraic expressions and how the term polynomial has come from there. So today we are going to deep dive into the classification of polynomials, into the different other important things related to polynomials. So first, to start with, the classification of polynomials. So one of the criterias of classifying a polynomial is based on the number of terms. So when we say number of terms, so what are terms we have already discussed in the last video. So if you are not clear about what are terms, please go and watch the last video first. So number of terms, based on that a particular polynomial can be classified into majorly three categories. Why I'm saying majorly? Because there are infinite number of categories in which a polynomial can be classified, but majorly three categories. Okay, so the first category of classifying the particular polynomial is monomial. Monomial is the first term in which the polynomial can be classified. Okay, so based on what is monomial basically? So polynomials having just single term, this is known as monomial. Monomial means the polynomials which have single term. So if I want to give you an example, so it can be 2x. 2x is a combination means multiplication or division of one numerical and one variable which is considered to be a single term. Then let's say x square, this is also a monomial, it's a combination or that is multiplication of two variables. Then let's say xyz, this is also a monomial. Then let's say simply the numerical 5, this is also a monomial. So all of these are examples of monomials. Number 2, binomial. So binomial means two terms. Whenever a polynomial has two terms, we call it a binomial. For example, I can say x plus 2, this is a binomial, x is one term, 2 is one term separated by addition. Or you can say x square minus y square. X square is a single term consisting of a combination of two variables which are x. Y square is a single term consisting of two variables y and y. So they are separated by the minus sign. So these are two different terms. So this is a binomial. Okay, so like this we can say, let's say xy plus 2, etc. So all of these are examples of binomials. And the last classification, like last major classification, is known as a trinomial. Trinomial means where there are three terms. Tri means three. So when there are three terms, we call it a trinomial. For example, let's say x square plus y square, okay, minus z square. This can be a trinomial, or xy plus yz plus xz, etc. This can be a trinomial. So these are the major classification. Now after trinomial, whatever category comes, let's say if there is 4 terms or 5 terms or 6 terms, we generally call them polynomials only, right? We call them polynomials only. Okay, so this is one of the classifications which is about the number of terms. Okay, I'm just writing the heading so that you can take the notes accordingly. Classification of polynomials, right? Okay, number of terms. Then the next classification, now see. So after number of terms, the next one is degree. Degree of a polynomial. Now, before we classify a polynomial based on its degree, we have to understand what exactly is degree of a polynomial, right? So, the degree of a polynomial can be defined in two stages. Stage number 1, if the polynomial has only one variable. If the polynomial has only one variable, then degree is the highest power of that variable. Okay. For those who are not understanding my handwriting, that's why I am dictating while I'm writing, so that if you don't understand, you can understand the words which I'm saying, right? So if the polynomial has only one variable, then degree is the highest power of the variable, right? Let us take an example to understand this. Suppose if I have x to the power 5 minus x to the power 7 plus x to the power 2 minus 3x plus 4x cube minus 9. Suppose this is a polynomial. Now, what is the degree of the polynomial? So, the answer should be see, first of all, this is a polynomial of a single variable. You can see that there are multiple powers given in it, but we cannot deny the fact that there is only one variable in the entire polynomial, that is x, right? So now, what is the highest power of that particular variable? So the highest power of that particular variable is 7, as you can see clearly. So here the degree of this particular polynomial must be 7. It's a 7-degree polynomial, right? So this is how we find the degree if the polynomial has one variable only. Now what happens when the polynomial has more than one variable? Let us find out. So this is number 2. If the polynomial has more than one variable, if the polynomial has more than one variable, then degree can be given as. So how can you give the degree then if the polynomial has more than one variable? So let us take a question to understand how we are getting the degree. So let us say x square y cube z square, and let's give it 2. Okay, plus let's say 5 x to the power 4 y to the power 4 and z minus 6, let's say x y to the power 7 z to the power 1, and then let's say some other variable, let's say a to the power 3, for example. So this is a particular polynomial. Now you can see there are multiple variables which are put here, right? So how to find out the particular degree of this particular polynomial? So it comes in two stages. The first stage is we have to find the total combined power in each term. In each of the terms, we have to find out the total combined power of the variables basically, right? So that is the first point. Find the total combined power. So how many terms are there? One term, two term, three term. Three terms are there. So for term 1, what is the highest, what is the combined power? So only the variables, remember, let's say if there was 2 squared, we won't have considered that square, right? Only the variables. So it will be 2 plus 3 plus 2. So combined power is 7. Then term 2, what is the combined power? 4 plus 4, and z doesn't have any power, means it has a hidden 1. So it will be 9. And term 3, so there is x which has a hidden power of 1 plus 7 plus 1 plus 3. So it will be 5 and 7, 12. So as you can clearly see, now what is the second point? Second point is the highest of the combination is the degree. So we have to find out the highest power in the combination. Here it is 12. So the degree of this particular equation is 12. It's a 12-degree polynomial, right? So this is how we will find out the degree of the particular polynomial. Okay. So there are two ways to find. First, if the polynomial has one variable, in that case the highest power of the variable. If the polynomial has more than one variable, so we have to go term by term, find out the combined power by adding all the powers, and then we have to choose which one is the highest power. That will be the degree, right? Okay, so this is how we have got the value of degree. Now based on this degree we will be classifying the polynomials. So based on degree, how do we classify polynomials? Let us understand. So the first classification criteria is known as a linear polynomial. A linear polynomial, what is it? The one which has just one degree. That means the highest power of the variable or the highest combination, it's gonna be 1. So it doesn't matter how many terms are there, because now number of terms is not the problem here. The problem is the power. So let's say x plus y plus z. Yes, this is a single degree. Now you may say that this is 1, this is 1, this is 1. So will it be added? No. Why? Because there is a plus. You don't add powers when there is plus. You compare it. For example, x has a power of 1, 1, 1. Overall, the power, the highest power is 1. Right? So it's a single degree. Similarly, if I have, let's say 2x minus 2y plus 5, single degree. If I say x plus 2, single degree, etc. All of these are example of single degree or linear polynomial. Linear polynomial is normally associated with straight lines. So in straight lines you will see this kind of expressions. Next, quadratic polynomial. So in quadratic polynomial, it's a 2-degree polynomial. 2 degree means the highest power of the variable or a combination will be 2. So you can say x square plus y square, or you can simply say x square minus x plus 1, or you can get a combination xy plus yz plus 2. Here also, if you check carefully, x is a power of 1, y is a power of 1. So overall if you add it, it is 2. Here also it is 2. So highest power overall is 2. It's a quadratic. And third is cubic. So cubic polynomial means what? It will have a 3-degree polynomial. So let's say x cubed minus x square minus x plus 1, etc. Okay, I'm not giving any further example. I hope you have understood it. So these are the 3 different type of degrees. Now there are further. For example, if there is a 4-degree polynomial, we generally call it a quartic polynomial, which is not necessary for this particular context. So that's why, I mean, for this particular course. So that's why I'm not including. Then from the 5th degree onwards, we just call it n-degree polynomial. Let's say if n is 5, we call it 5-degree polynomial, then 6-degree polynomial, 7-degree polynomial, like that. So based on the degree, 3 major classification: linear polynomial,